Ambassador, nagkaroon na po ba kayong makilala ng personal ngayon si US President Biden? May mga in case po, may mga napag-usapan na po ba kayo tungkol sa relasyon ng Pilipinas at ng Estados Unidos?
Hindi, ang kausap namin sa White House, yung National Security Advisor si Jake Sullivan at yung yung in charge ng Asian area si Ed Kagan. Siya ay nakausap ko yung isang araw about a week ago at marami kami pinag-usapan, lalo na yung mga security issues at iba pang mga issues that will of mutual interest for both our countries.
Opo, pero naganap na po ba yung tinatawag nating annual bilateral strategic dialogue between Manila and Washington kung saan daw po inaasahan pag-uusapan yung naging pahayag ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte tungkol sa pagbabayad ng Amerika sa Pilipinas kung hindi po ay ite-terminate na lamang niya yung Visiting Forces Agreement?
Well, yung sa bilateral strategic dialogue, yan ay every year yan nagmi-meeting tayo. Of course, this year it was a virtual meeting. Pinag-usapan natin yung VFA at yung Mutual Defense Treaty. Yung sinabi ni President Duterte tungkol sa pagbayad, ang interpretation namin ay dahil kailangan ng mga i-modernize ngayon yung ating armed forces. So meron kami nakuha ang lista na binigay sa amin ng Pentagon, kinumpare namin doon sa lista na pinadala nila kay Secretary Lorenzana. At mukhang sapat naman sa lahat ng mga hinihingi natin, mukhang kompleto naman at marami pang dadating ng mga kailangan natin ng mga armas o whatever hardware that we need from the United States. No? So hopefully, nakita na ng Presidente yun dahil nandiyan na kay Secretary Lorenzana at yun, that will probably satisfy the President's concern regarding itong pag-modernize ng ating armed forces.
Opo.
At marami pang dating na lalo na yung mga helicopter, meron pa tayong something like 10 more Black Hawk helicopters na parating dyan sa Pilipinas within this year.
Opo, so sa tingin ninyo, Ambassador, hindi naman po ito makaka-apekto yung pagtulong na Amerika sa atin para po palakasin ang kakayahan pa ng ating AFP sa pamagitan nga po ng equipment at mga sasakyang pandigma, Ambassador?
Well, I don't think it will have any effect. Alam mo, matagal na itong relasyon natin sa Amerika. As a matter of fact, this year, we're celebrating the 75th anniversary of our diplomatic relations and 70 years of the Mutual Defense Treaty. No? Siyempre, meron tayong mga konting mga problema in the past, lalo na yung na-terminate yung mga US bases. Pero, bagat pa man, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating relasyon dito. Ako, I'm confident na maski ano mangyari, importante itong relasyon natin sa Amerika at I think we will continue to have good relations with this country and solve all of these problems in a way that is mutually beneficial to all of us. Recently, merong sinabi si President Biden na gusto niya i-strengthen yung kanilang mga alliances all over the world, lalo na sa Asia. At handa silang tumulong at gusto nga nila, tama rin yung gusto natin, gusto ni Presidente na tayo dapat ay medyo huwag tayo masyadong dependent sa Amerika. Gusto natin yung ating armed forces ay mahanda na maging talagang mutual defense. Ang kanilang mutual defense meaning to say, pwede tayong sabay pag meron man problema na meron tayong kalaban na pwede tayong sumabay sa Amerika. So, yan gusto rin ni President Biden na a policy that he would like to implement here. So, again, I guess that jives with what President Duterte would like also to happen.
Opo, meron lang pong follow-up question na ating kasama, si Laila Salaveria po ng Daily Inquirer. Paki-clarify lang daw po, does he mean, providing enough military equipment to the AFP will convince the President to keep the VFA?
Well, at the end of the day, the President has the sole prerogative to either to renew or extend the Visiting Forces of Agreement. Ang trabaho natin dito sa Amerika ay to make sure that all of this is communicated properly to the right channels. At kung ano man sabihin ng Presidente, yun ang aming susundin. No? Pero like I said, itong Visiting Forces Agreement at saka itong bilateral strategic dialogue, every year nag-uusap tayo That's a yearly event, and that is where we bring out all of these things. And I think that whatever issues na ilabas man natin, the United States is prepared to see what they can do. No? And like I said, ito nga ang mga armas or whatever it is that we've mahaba yung listang binigay kay Secretary Lorenzana, which is technically what we've been programmed for the past 5 years, no? Since 2016 actually. Lahat ng mga gusto natin at kailangan natin medyo natupad na at marami pang dadating.
Opo, Secretary, may tanong naman po yung kasamahan din natin sa media, si Pia Ranyada po ng Rappler. Can we expect the 117,000 Pfizer doses from COVAX? And how about the Pfizer doses obtained through bilateral negotiations? When can we expect the signing daw po of a supply agreement with Pfizer?
Well, as far as Pfizer is concerned, ang ating ang supply ay galing sa COVAX kagaya ng AstraZeneca. No? Yung 117,000 that was actually promised by COVAX, I understand from Secretary Galvez, medyo nagkaroon lang ng konting delay, pero dadating rin daw. It's supposed to be coming to the Philippines within the next couple of weeks. No? Ngayon, ang aming tinatrabaho dito, yung Moderna, which is with the private sector dyan sa atin, we've already concluded the agreement. Yung supply na lang, no? We're tracing out the supply kung kailan nila pwede i-deliver itong Moderna. Ito yung medyo katumbas ng Pfizer. And we're hoping that we will have the first deliveries by either end of May or early part of June. Yan ang tinatarget natin. And then of course, hindi naman sabay-sabay lahat yung 20 million na binibili natin sa Moderna. Half of that will, or almost half of that will go to the private sector and their employees. Malaking force yan. And then the other half will go to the other, to our health workers, to all the rest of the Filipinos that will be receiving the Moderna, no, through the LGUs and other entities there in the Philippines. So we're confident that all of these things will be coming, this definitely within the next second half of this year. We will be expecting this vaccines coming from the United States arriving. And also, I'd like to, gusto ko lang sabihin sa ating mga mamamayan na alam mo, ang Amerika nagdo-double up yung kanilang production ng mga vaccines. No? Sinabi ni President Biden na by end of May, lahat ng mga Amerikano pwede silang ma-vaccinate kung gusto nila. There will be enough for the United States. So in other words, yung demand nila, the supply that they need will be completed by the end of May. But the production will continue for lalo na itong pinakabagong lumalabas na yung Johnson & Johnson na one shot. No? Lahat yan will be made available to the world, which everybody agrees. Hindi naman pwede yung isang bayan lang COVID-free na. Kailangan lahat, the whole world. So they're aware of that, and that the fact that they're back into the WHO and they are also contributing to the COVAX facility will give access to most countries, especially the Philippines.
Opo. Ambassador, may follow-up question lang po si Joseph Morong ng GMA News about Pfizer. Are we, what accounts daw po for the delay, and are we scheduled to receive other vaccines from other American manufacturers? If yes, how many and when daw po?
Okay, well, like I said, yung Pfizer, right now, we have negotiated it through the COVAX facilities. The reason for that is because dahil it's definitely more affordable, no, kung bibili natin diretso. Kaya yung sa Moderna, iba yun, no? Kaya natin inimbita yung private sector na sumama sa gobyerno para at least we can be able to spread it out at saka yung cost. No? At saka ito, this is also being financed by the World Bank, which we were able to work with also for this purchase of Moderna. Lahat yan dadating no later than at least the first batches will start arriving no later than June of this year, all the way down to the third and fourth quarter of this year. So that's Moderna. Ngayon yung Pfizer, yung Novavax na si Secretary Galvez is also working on. I think we've already concluded that one, and that's why he's going to India to talk to Novavax. That is an American pharmaceutical company, but it is being produced in India.
Opo.
Ngayon yung Johnson, meron tayong naka-ready na 4 million. In other words, they have committed already for us, 6 million doses of the Johnson, pero hindi sila makakommit pa kung kailan nila madi-deliver dahil yun nga, ang priority ay yung demand muna dito sa Amerika.
Opo.
Which is really, I suppose it's understandable dahil gawa dito at they need to vaccinate at least 70% of Americans here in the United States.
Opo, yun nga po. Ambassador, kumusta naman po yung kalagayan ng ating mga kababayan dyan? Marami na po ba yung mga nagpabakuna? Or may agam-agam din po ba sila? Or yung hesitation na kumuha ng bakunang ituturok sa kanila? At paano nyo po sila ini-encourage na talagang sumailalim din sa vaccination program ng Amerika?
Well, yung ating mga health workers, which is they're hardworking Filipino nurses and doctors here, sila nanguna na inoculated na or vaccinated na, no? And they're encouraging all Filipino Americans and Filipinos alike to go ahead and get the vaccine. There is no question that the only way that we can manage and control the pandemic is through the vaccine. Wala na tayong ibang choice. So in fact, I'm also encouraging all our kababayan sa Pilipinas na go ahead and take the vaccine. At saka tama rin whatever is available, kunin na ninyo yan. Whatever it is that's being offered right now. Dahil hindi naman nilalabas yan ng WHO or even yung Sinovac. That will not be delivered to us if it's something that doesn't work. No? We just have to face the fact that the sooner we get vaccinated, the better for everyone, especially there in the Philippines. And then rest assured that at least from my conversations with Secretary Galvez, we will have enough vaccines to really be able to have that herd immunity that we're looking at.
Opo.
Laban Pinas.